What's up, girly pops? Sit down and get comfortable because we have a lot to talk about. Today, I'm gonna be giving you some big sister advice because this is advice that I wish that someone told me even 5 years ago, honestly, would make such a difference, but like 5-10 years ago, like high school, university kind of times. So I'm gonna tell you this advice so that you don't make the same mistakes and you just are that much further ahead in life than I was. Not to toot my own horn, but my friends do say that I give really good advice and I am someone that my friends come to when they need advice, and I think I've like gotten pretty good at it over the years. So I wanted to share with you some of like my top tips that I think are just like so helpful in life and I think will help you at like no matter what stage you're at in life. So let's get into it. Okay, we're gonna start in hot and heavy with some boy advice. This could have saved me a lot of time. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite pieces of advice, and it's hard to follow, it's easier said than done, but walk away the first time. Listen, the first time. Not the second or the third or the fourth or fifth. Walk away the first time your partner treats you poorly. And obviously, like, I know couples fight. I'm not saying like the first time you get in like a little argument, walk away. I'm saying like the first time like they disrespect you, they cross a line that you know you're not okay with, or something that a friend is like, yo, that's so not okay. Like, please leave them. Consider walking away now because I promise you if they're comfortable doing it now, they will continue to do it and it will most likely get worse. Just respect yourself and know the treatment that you deserve and walk away when you're not getting that treatment because I promise there's someone out there that will give you that treatment. And also, you don't need anybody. You're a slay queen on your own. You don't need them. You're slaying on your own, and it's better to not have what you want than to have what you don't want, period. This one I really wish I knew about 10 years ago, but I feel like it applies at like every age, and that is to not strive for popularity. And like when you're trying to find new friends and everything, not choosing friends due to like how much money they have, whether they're popular, because honestly in the long run it's not going to be a sustainable friendship and it's not going to fulfill you, and you're most likely going to try to change who you are to try to fit in with this group of people, with this person, and that's not you. And you're amazing and you deserve people who make you feel really good to be around, who make you better by being around them, and trust me, it never works out in the end if you don't have like a genuine connection, like friendship with somebody. Trust me, those are not going to be your long-term friends, and odds are they might do some sneaky shit behind your back. So just try to pick your friends based on who they are. If you vibe with them, just don't base your friends on popularity, and don't worry about popularity. Honestly, peaking in high school, I'm so glad I didn't. I was a loser in high school and I'm so happy to say that. So popularity truly means nothing at all. So just pick your friends on who makes you happy. This one I am so guilty of even now, but that is to learn how to take a compliment and not just say, when someone's like, oh, your hair is so beautiful, be like, oh, thanks, I washed it for the first time in like 5 years. Just be like, thank you. Thank you. Or like say something positive. Oh, thanks, like I curled it today. Oh, thanks, like I did this. Give some tips, you know? But when someone says like, oh, your makeup looks so good, just be like, oh, really? I think it looks like shit. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, girl, you're beautiful. You're amazing. Just a good thank you. That's all you need. I got called out for this not that long ago by one of Quentin's family members. They're like, you're so pretty. I'm like, no, I'm literally hideous. And they're like, can you just take the compliment? And I was like doing all these like loopholes and everything to like try to avoid the compliment. She's like, just say thank you. And I'm like, thank you. My next piece of advice, it's not really advice, it's just like a general rule of thumb, and that is that nobody cares about you more than they care about themselves. And I don't mean this about like your mom or your friends or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, if you ever do something like super embarrassing or you said something that you like really regret saying, odds are you are the #1 person who's thinking about it. Like if you trip in the hallway, if you like throw up in class, like it's happened, don't worry about it. But you are the #1 judge of yourself, and you are probably the most judgmental person towards yourself. And I promise nobody cares. And I mean that in like a good way, just nobody cares. It's freeing, really. This one's a big one, and I find again, it's a lot easier said than done to like understand and take in. But truly, you cannot change somebody, whether that be a partner, whether that be a friend. Let's go down the partner. Hi. Let's go down the partner route for a sec. If somebody, let's say, is treating you poorly, and they didn't at the beginning of the relationship, but like things kind of got rocky, but you're like, you know what, no, like this isn't who they are, like they were so amazing, like I know that's who they are, like we'll get back to there. I want you to ask yourself this question. If the person was exactly who they were right now, exactly how they're treating you, would you want to be with them forever? The answer is usually no. This one I would have loved 10 years ago. I would have loved it. But that is to learn to let things go. And like, I'm talking about little things, big things, and these are things that you cannot change. I am like someone who, I literally could have a tattoo of it that says everything happens for a reason. I believe so deeply in that. And so everything happens for a reason, no matter whether it's a good thing that happens to you or a bad thing that happens to you. Trust me, that is for a reason. And crying about it, being mad about it, yelling at someone for it, it's not gonna change the situation. It's definitely like a slow lesson. It takes a long time to kind of like adjust to and be someone who lets things go. And it feels so freeing to just be like, you know what? It's out of my control. Okay, what's next? It's freeing. And I want that for you. You're not gonna wanna hear this one, and neither did I, honestly, because I am someone who loves to gossip just as much as the next person. I love some piping hot tea, like pour it all over me. I love it. But what I have come to learn over the years is that gossiping and like speaking poorly about others says so much more about you than it says about the person that you're talking about. Like, who cares that Becky got a really bad haircut and Sarah's makeup looks really bad? You know what? Sarah doesn't care. No one's gonna be like, oh my God, yeah, I can't believe someone said that about Sarah. Sarah's horrible. They're gonna be like, wow, I can't believe you said that about Sarah. Also, just like for people to know that you're someone who kind of like radiates that negative energy. Don't be that person. Don't be that person who badmouths everybody. It's just not a good look. And again, I love some tea as much as the next person, but it's just not nice. And a good way to transition this, I find, is sometimes you can just like intake some tea. Like if there's a group, there's some tea, take it in, enjoy it, sip on it, but then don't repeat it, you know? And then eventually you'll get out of the habit in the spaces where people talk badly about each other. So you're fine. Baby steps, baby steps. I really don't want to tell you guys this one. I hate to admit when I'm wrong, but this big ass piece of advice is that your parents are usually right, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. Honestly, I cannot think of a time in my life when my mother has been wrong about like character judgment. I remember one time I started dating this guy a while ago, and my mom sat me down and she was like, listen, I really can't see this working out. Like, I think like XYZ, like these are red flags. And I remember sitting on the kitchen counter and I was bawling my eyes out, and she's like, why are you crying, girl? And I was like, because like you're always right. And so I know if this is what you think, I know it's not gonna work out. And I was really sad because at the time I really liked them. Spoiler alert, she was absolutely right. Red flags all over the freaking place. Moms just have like a vibe about people. They know. They've been around the block. They know what's up. So as painful as it might be, listen to your parents when they're trying to tell you something about somebody, about a situation. They're usually right. But next time you're like, screw my mom, she doesn't know anything. She does. My next piece of advice goes for any major decision and any kind of argument. And that is to always take 24 hours before buying a big purchase, like from the time like you want it or you're in the store and you see it, wait 24 hours, and in an argument, wait 24 hours when you're really upset with somebody or something happens that makes you really mad. Take the 24 hours to like think about things, cool down. I promise you'll always have a better reaction after. And then that way you're responding instead of reacting. As hard as it is, try to walk away and just take 24 hours before buying something big or before responding, not reacting to an argument, whether it's at work, whether it's a friend, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, person, partner. Just take some time. I promise it has never failed me. My last piece of advice is advice I am trying to take, and it's not that easy. You cannot hate yourself into a nicer body. This is for my girls who struggle with body dysmorphia, who have gone through like eating disorder kind of struggles and everything like that. And I just feel like in general, like I feel like women are just taught to hate themselves. What I've been trying so hard to do on like my little self-love journey is to stop like speaking about myself so negatively, which I'm really not good at. I still do it, but I'm trying. Because like hating yourself is not going to make you any skinnier. It's not gonna give you that six-pack. It's not gonna tone you up, okay? It's just gonna put you in way worse of a mental state and you're gonna be miserable. I leave you with that. Cannot hate yourself into a nicer body. Did you hear that, Ev? You hear that? Listening? Good. Okay. I hope that at least one of these resonated with you and could help you if you're going through anything right now. My DMs on Instagram are always open. My handle is @EvieAndrews on Instagram. And you can always DM me if you want to talk about any of these. But thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye!